Hello, my friends. Brian Nussbaum here. And this three-letter word that you see on this book changed my life. Now. The power of now. I read this book 2 months ago for the first time, and I've read it twice since, and I'm now on starting my third time. And let me tell you a couple of things about the power of now. And this is not geared just for internet marketers and network marketers. This is for entrepreneurs and all people who seek empowerment. This is such a broad audience, and this could definitely help anyone at all, who puts the teachings in this book by Ekhart Tolle into practice in their life today. Okay? The premise of this book is that, according to our perception of time, we as people tend to always be worried about one of two things: the past and how it's going to affect our future, and also how we're going to get, where we're going to get, and when we're going to get there in the future. There's always an agenda. I have to get this. When I get this far, then I'll be able to have this. Then I'll be happy. People are always putting on this show for themselves. There's always something that has to get done. There's always an agenda that has to be completed. And when you get to that place, you will feel better about yourself. You'll be more fulfilled. You'll be happy. And the premise of this book is to ditch all that. All of that stuff comes from this false identity with the ego. And the analytical side of your mind can be a wonderful tool when needed, but it can also destroy you. And when it comes to being fulfilled and being a happy human being, a happy spirit, the ego, driven by the analytical mind, in order to try to make something of nothing, in order to try to get somewhere, is what devastates people. The power of now is all about living in the moment. Now, that might seem like a very simple concept, living in the moment. People say it all the time. But how many people actually do it? I know personally that I was once the kind of guy that would preach, oh, live in the moment, and then 5 minutes later I'd be worried about, what I was going to do at 9:30, and or what I was going to do when I got off of work, or what I was going to do the next day or the next week, or how long it was going to take me to get to this level, in my business, and blah 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 blah. The list goes on. You can already see how I'm getting flustered over it, because there seems like there's just so much, and there is. The reality is there's a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and that I'm sure you want to accomplish. But the only thing that we have, the only thing that is absolute and real, is now. You can't go back in time. You can't go to the past. And whatever circumstances created your life from the past, you have to live there. And think about it this way: if you're trying to make your life better in the future, but the reason why your life stinks right now is because of things that you did in the past, wouldn't it make sense to just decide to make your life better right now? Because if you're always worried about getting there, then you're starting from here. And everything that's over there is going to be directly reflected by what's here, now. So wouldn't it just be wise, as an individual, to drop the drama, drop the past, keep your future in mind, but don't stress over it? Wouldn't it be wise to really invest in now, in the moment, and be fully one with what is going on at this moment in time? Doesn't that make sense? I mean, you have 300 million Americans marching around day to day, going to their jobs, caught up in all the hustle and bustle, always stressed about, you know, all the things they have to do that haven't been done yet. People have things to do. I know, that's a constant. Things have to get done. And at some point or another, they haven't been done and they have to get done. But what is the purpose in worrying about it? What is the purpose in constantly saying to yourself, I have to get all these things done? That isn't getting them done. And if you physically can't get them done now, why worry about it? How about being in the moment and appreciating the moment, okay? And the idea that right now isn't what you want, it's a worthless waste of space. It's a waste of emotion. You have to be fully engaged in the now. In this moment in time, this is all you have. This is the only thing that's real right now, is this moment. If you want to change your future, you can decide to change this moment right now. Put a smile on your face. Even if the circumstance doesn't call for a smile, smile. And there's a science behind this all, and I'm not going to get into all of it because it's in this book. But I'm telling you, entrepreneurs, marketers, all human beings, this is a calling to you. Okay? There's a lot of people out there who have never heard of this book, or maybe it's only, a fragment in your mind. And if I'm the guy to introduce this to you, then I've done my job. This book was it was $14 at Barnes and Noble. Get it at your local bookstore. It's an inexpensive book, and it's a very good read. I must say it's quite redundant, but that's the point. This guy drills these simple concepts home. And for marketers, now I'm going to talk to you for a minute here. I know that, being in network marketing, our calling for being in this industry is all about, we've been awakened to the possibilities and we want to make them happen now. We want more time freedom. We want more, we just want more overall freedom, more money, more ability to do things and enjoy life. And from a physical standpoint and from a monetary standpoint, this industry can do all that. But there's one roadblock. You're never going to get to that point in this industry unless you slow down and live in the moment. You've gotten into business out of desperation or a really strong want and desire for something better. You obviously have to keep your goals, in front of you, but you can't be hasty about them. You can't be like that. You have to live in the moment. You have to take things step by step, day by day, with a smile on your face and an appreciation for actually having that moment. Thank God that you discovered network marketing in the first place. If that hadn't come across your awareness, you'd be in a worse position. So be thankful for where you are and show gratitude for the moment that you're in and be fully involved in that moment, even if it's something that you don't want to do. Even if you're at your job and it's not necessarily where you see yourself long term, you better see yourself there now. You better do a darn good job at it and appreciate that moment. So I'll tell you what, there are people who don't have jobs. There are people who crush rocks for a living, in Uganda. Be thankful you're not that person. Be happy with whatever circumstance you have, and be happy to work forward, or to work towards and look forward to a better circumstance. But you have got to appreciate now. This moment is all you truly have, and if you want your future moments to be brighter than the one that you're in, you have got to stop thinking about the past and living in the past and living in the future and trying to make it all happen yesterday. No, you gotta be right here, right now, every day, all day. You have to disconnect from your ego and this false sense of reality and go ahead and create the dream life that you want. Alright, and you will shine, and people will see it. That's all I have to say. This is Brian Nussbaum signing off. I love you all. Bye.